said that there were going to be technical difficulties. Now there's still technical difficulties. Don't you love this planet? All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome into the uh, Get Fresh Crew podcast. My name is Big Fresh.
I am Crew
Crew,
Fresh.
what do you do?
Oh, same old. Out here living life in these streets.
I bet. Moving on. Okay, no. What's
Listen, we are dedicated to getting these podcasts, the length down. So we're on a time schedule, ladies and gentlemen. But no, I've been good. Oh my God. So I went to O'Reilly's the other day. So
okay, I'm not gonna sing the song because no, I'm not singing the song. They're not paying me for it.
Okay,
there you
go. So I went there. So a while back we had our catalytic converter replaced. So it came with a warranty, and we just had this piece of paper for like ever. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and turn it in so we can, be done with that, submit it or whatever. So going into O'Reilly's, I was like, okay, I don't know anything about cars. I know how to change my tire. That's about it, right? I don't know anything about cars. So I'm preparing myself to go into this store, this auto store. And I'm like, I have my speech ready of what I'm going to say. I'm prepared. I'm like, okay, I'm bringing you this, right? This is what I was told to do. So I have this piece of paper that is the warranty for the catalytic converter, the one that we had installed. The mechanic was like, here's, mail this in, turn this in for your warranty. We said, okay, cool. So come to find out, it's right down the street. So we're just going to take it directly there instead of mailing it in. Cool. So I get in there, and this motherfucker is the biggest piece of shit ever. And so I come in there with my speech. I'm like, hey, I had my catalytic converter replaced, and the mechanic, the same thing I just told you about the warranty. And I say that, I speak it clearly, all of that good stuff. So, and he was like, what are you talking about? He was so condescending. I was like, bitch. Immediately I'm mad.
Fuck, they're such pieces of shit when it comes to this shit.
And I was like, okay, cool. So I break it down for him again, and he's like looking at me like I'm the dumbest motherfucker on this planet. And he was like, our catalytic converters are connected to your phone number. I'm like, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I said, are you familiar with what I am speaking of? He was like, no, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't make any sense. This, that, and the other. I said, cool. Don't worry about it. And he was like, I mean, I'm the manager, so I would know about these things. I was like, yeah, you would think, but you don't. So it's fine. Because at this point, I have an attitude. Because like, why are you talking to me like I'm 8? Okay. Right. And so I go home and I tell my man about it. And I'm like, we're just going to have to mail it in because he was a piece of shit and I don't want to go back up there. He says, okay, cool. And he gets up and gets dressed. He said, give me the paper. I said, oh, shit. I said, okay. So he goes in there, and all of a sudden, now he knows what the fuck is going on. I was like, this motherfucker. I was so irritated.
I knew how the story ended when it started.
I was like, bro, this is crazy. He was like, yo, I'm sorry I had to deal with that. I was like, it's not your fault. I appreciate you going up there. Like, fuck that guy. Just piece of shit. Just for no reason.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That happened. Oh, my God. Have you ever watched Scandal? Were you a gladiator?
Well, first of all, hold on. Time out.
Yes.
Before you get into that, the situation that you have, I have semi the opposite.
Really?
When women work the front desk at like AutoZone.
Really? Okay.
And so it's more impressive when there's a lady who goes in there, she's working the place and she knows where things are. And it's
absolutely.
great. And then when you have a lady in there who's like, the batteries, I guess they're over here. And you're like, bro, why do you work here? You don't know where anything is.
That's
so they just search things and then they run up and ask somebody else. So that's one thing I hate when men work a job and they're like, hey, women don't know shit about cars and they just move on.
Yeah.
I hate that. And then I hate when women work a job and they're just like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just collecting a check.
That part. Because like, do you go into a store like that, you're going to need somebody that knows what the hell they're talking about.
I go to any store. I need somebody that knows what the hell they're talking about.
I feel like Walmart is kind of a free for all. You can just kind of go Walmart. You don't need them to know
Yeah,
shit.
if you go to Walmart and you don't know where shit is, then just keep looking.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
just figure
You
it out.
figure it
Okay.
out. Yeah, that is true.
You asked me if I was
Yes.
a
Are
gladiator.
you a gladiator? Did you watch Scandal?
I watched a little bit of Scandal.
So no gladiator. That's okay.
Yeah.
I found
About
out
how
recently that there is a podcast called
fuck.
Unpacking the Toolbox, and I am obsessed. It is for all my gladiators out there that have been missing Scandal and miss just the everything about it. They are going through every single episode. They are rewatching it. They're talking about it. They're giving tidbits about the show, things we didn't know, and it's done by the actor and actress that play Huck and Quinn on the show. It's
Oh word.
amazing. Yes, and their chemistry, I feel like they're very similar to how we interact. I love their chemistry. They're so good together, and just hearing them like bounce off of each other, it's amazing. So I've been listening to that at the gym, and I'm obsessed with it. It's really
That's pretty
good.
dope.
Yeah, it's really
I rem-
good.
I remember liking Scandal a lot. There were so many episodes to the point where I was binging it, and it got
Hmm.
to a point where I was like, yeah, life is catching up real quick. So
I
I
feel
stopped.
that. That's how I feel
But
about Grey's
yeah,
Anatomy. It's just it's still going
all of them
on.
shits.
Yeah, I
How
feel
to
you on
Get Away
that.
with Murder. It's literally everything is always like, hey, did you miss this episode? Okay, 6 people died, and 6 are also back to life and pregnant. You're like, what?
What happened?
Oh, no,
Yeah, facts.
I definitely felt that.
Yeah, but that's
Oh
it.
yeah.
Outside of that, I decided I'm going to TwitchCon, so I'm working towards that. And
When is TwitchCon? You know?
yeah, it's October. It's October 20th through 23rd, and it's in Vegas. So, um,
Ooh,
yeah, I'm gonna be working on doing that. Between regular paycheck, subathons, sponsorships, I'm gonna be working on getting my ass to TwitchCon because I really want to go.
nice.
Yeah,
All right, and get your merch ready so that you can wear it. I see the little hoodie on now, right?
yeah. I don't do
So,
merch anymore, but I had fun when I did do it. I love the merch that I did make. I don't do it
well, I
anymore.
mean, that's fair, but I mean, at least wear that when you get there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
facts.
absolutely,
Fuck
wear
yeah.
the spread lay brand. Fucks with it.
Yeah, what you been up to?
You know, these fuck ass kids.
Oh, we love these fuck
Um,
ass kids.
yeah, I'm gonna start with my own shit. So last week I went over to the wonderful state of Ohio.
Mm,
We had to give a performance, and I already feel some
nice.
type of way. I'm gonna make this real short because I get so worked up about this shit to the point where my mentality starts wanting to shake people
Oh
by their
shit.
collar.
Mm, motherfucker.
Um, I'm in an organization
Mm,
where some people want to be competitive. Like there's a nature of being competitive, and
okay.
there's some people who are like, I'm cool just playing the instrument,
Yeah,
right?
I feel you.
And so I'm cool with either group.
Hmm.
I can't stand being in the between of both groups.
I feel that.
So along when I had this argument, or I was talking to one of my friends about it,
Mm,
he was like, "You have to understand that there are going to be some people who are competitive in the older ages that just want to be in the room."
yeah.
And so that was one of the toughest things in my being. Like I'm still 30, like
Hmm.
I'm still pushing this idea of I could win a championship in something.
Right. Absolutely.
Some of them live this lifestyle of just being like, I mean, if we go compete, that'll be fine. I'm not trying to win.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ew. How do you walk around getting ready to line up to go do something and be like, all right, hope for the best? I'm like, nah, bro, I can't live
No.
that life because I guess they've lived so much or they've won so much or they've just experienced life so much that winning isn't a thing or a
Yeah.
goal for them.
They don't care
And
anymore.
that's fine.
Is it?
They still want to make good music. It's fine for them. It ain't cool for
Yeah.
me. I'm
That
gonna say
that
shit.
part. That part.
No, I'm still out to win. Like I'm still hoping that if I put all of my effort one day into competing in something, that I get my name on a trophy and I give a presentation on
Yeah.
something, and
Yeah.
somebody's like, "Where did that guy come from?" And I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
like, "I've been
Bitch,
here
I've
this whole
been
time.
here. Right.
I've been here." So that's me. Like I'm fine living that lifestyle.
Yeah, I feel that. I
Um,
respect that.
so that's kind of what happened. So we went to Ohio
Mm-hmm.
and we performed. you could hear. I listened to the judges. Everything kind of happened. Everybody was tired,
Okay.
and you could feel in the performance that we were tired.
Oh, damn.
And so then when we got there and they're giving out the awards,
Yeah.
and they started giving out awards per section, and none of us got picked. None of our people got picked. And I'm like,
Damn.
we sucked. This was a mind you, 7 hour drive
Damn. To
to Ohio.
lose.
We got second place, crew. Okay.
If you're not first, you're last.
You're last. Suck it. Dick. Oh.
Come on
We
now.
got second place. And the way I explained it to people was that we got second place,
Mhm.
but and I explained to my mom, I was like, yeah, we got second place, but you know, it's really kind of like the first loser prize, prize,
Mhm.
because we competed against a group who was like far better than us, and then the rest of us were here. And she's like, I think you're just being hard on yourself. Here were the scores.
Oh shit.
The first group got a 95 point something, right?
Okay. That's pretty good.
And so in music scoring, they'll give you a 95 and then they'll give you 3 decimal places. So they'll give you up to the thousands, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
And so 95 point blank, blank, blank. Who cares? Our group got second place. We got 88.250.
Okay. Ooh.
The third place had
249.
88.008.
Damn.
So by 0.042
Damn.
is how we got that. So one judge probably fell asleep in the middle of something and gave a little bit less of a score somewhere. So
Wow.
when I tell you that we barely got second place,
Yeah.
if we had got third place out of 4 people, I'd have been like, don't ever ask me to go to Ohio ever again.
Shit.
Kick fucking rocks.
You feel me? Boulders,
especially
bitch.
because knock down a mountain. I ain't doing no. And you have to drive to Ohio, and then we don't get paid for it. We have to put the money up to go and get your own hotel to go compete.
Come on.
So I told them, when you guys start opening your mouth about this like big production thing that y'all want to do,
Yeah.
I want y'all to think real carefully. I understand that some of y'all are retired, you're older, you got pensions, you got things that you can just kind of be like, we're just gonna go travel. And
Yeah.
you can live that life. I'm still working on my career. I'm still trying to get better at certain things.
Right.
I'm not shelling out money to go anywhere if the idea is that we're not number one.
That part, right? Because
So
we're
y'all got to
different
get y'all shit
levels.
together.
Yeah, of
We're on different
life.
levels.
Yeah, like I'm
Right. You
not where
on the
y'all at.
decline.
Bitch, I'm on the up and
Y'all,
up.
right. Y'all can fail if y'all want to. Don't take me with you.
Okay.
With the
Now are you
Anyways.
dedicated to this group? Can you get another group? Can you switch some motherfuckers out? Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis.
Okay, details at 11. I have no idea. We're gonna figure that life out. But a lot of things are kind of in the works right now.
Okay.
But it's all good. Now back to these fuck ass kids.
Shout out to these fuck ass kids. Shout out to you
Man,
being
these
on
fuck ass
spring break. I love that for you.
Shout out to me being on spring break.
Yes, sir.
And my spring break stream tour is starting.
It's amazing. I was so happy to see you stream. You streamed for like 12 hours yesterday. It was amazing. I was like at work. I was like, look at Fresh. Motherfucking killing that. I was, yes. Welcome.
I was in good form.
Yeah, you were.
I was in pretty chill form. We played Fortnite.
Yeah.
We watched videos. Talk shit about too many things. Cooking things. Yeah, so the idea about that is that we're gonna do a cooking stream soon.
Yes, I hope so. I would love to see that. I think y'all, that would be so much fun.
It's gonna be dope. But about these fuck ass kids. So I did this thing this year where I signed up to be a part of more events at the school.
Why? How'd you do that? Do you get paid more?
They pay us like $200 extra.
All right, cool.
It's worth like way more than $200.
I'm sure.
So part of the thing is that in our district we have this outdoor educational program.
Okay.
And almost every 5th grader is pretty much scheduled to do the outdoor program.
Okay, cool.
And so if you're behaving well and you could do it, it's an overnight program. And so the kids, they sign up, they get their permission slips, they then have to get sleeping bags, they have all this stuff, and they spend the entire day at this area where they have to either learn how to use a compass, or they're doing like this outdoor obstacle course, or they're
Ooh,
learning about nature,
that
or
sounds
they're learning
fun.
about it's a lot. Like you go
Yeah,
in there, you're off the Akiki, so you get to see like, oh, let's take a look at this place. Oh wow, what type of wildlife might exist in this place? It's
that's
really
cool.
it's really great to take this area and make it into a resource, right?
Yeah.
And let the people who are just outdoor nerds
Mhm.
get to bank on teaching kids every week about, okay guys, we're trying to make this trip very resourceful, and
Mhm.
we're going to see who can use the least amount of trash, because you got to
Mm.
think about where all the trash is going to go. And they're like, where am I supposed to put this wrapper? And they're like, you got to put it in the trash because that's not a recyclable plastic. And like, all right,
Mm.
bro. Just like, yo, bro, y'all are rapping. Anybody got time for this shit? Hurry this shit up. Um, so part of the thing is that these kids, like, they just suck, right? And
Mm.
like, and so generally, you get a group of kids, and you're like, all right, let's go outside, let's have fun, we'll do the thing and stuff, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
And then you get this other set of kids who are so competitive in nature, but they're so trash at communication.
Mm. Mhm.
So they put me on the problem solving course.
Of
And
course
the
they
problem
did.
solving course is like made up of all different types of things, right?
Mhm.
And so I tell them like, you have to communicate as a team.
Yeah.
Now there was like there's like, let's say there's like 9 obstacles that they have to
Mhm.
figure out. 9 obstacles, but you got to get them completed within an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Not bad,
No, not at all.
but definitely less than 10 minutes per thing,
Yeah,
right?
per
So like,
thing.
so I give it around 4 to 6 minutes on every thing they have to complete.
Yeah.
S- I watch kids belittle each other.
Oh shit! It starts
I
early. It
watch
starts early.
it starts so early. I watch kids when we were doing this how to use a compass thing,
Mhm.
that they would just walk around and just follow people, and I'm like, you have to use your compass, and they're like, well, they're going in this direction. They could be wrong.
Okay. Come on
What are
now.
you, dumb? I was like, so the whole herd decides to go left, and you're like, all right, cool. That's my point. What I wanted, what I really, really wanted for them, and this
Mhm.
is just me being a scorned teacher. I wish, I wish that they had created this obstacle course where if you had to use, they was like, you have to set your compass to a certain degree
Mhm.
and then follow 85 paces in this direction. I wish that it was like kind of close
Yeah.
to the real answer, and if they deviated, they ended up in a ditch.
Yeah, that would have been great, honestly,
It would have
because
been perfect.
you learn lessons. Like,
Yeah.
I that
You
would have been great,
followed the court, right? You followed the trail,
right?
and the trail was wrong, but you didn't follow the instructions, and now all of you are stuck in a tree
Because you want to follow
because you got
people and
because
not
you
do it
want to
right.
follow people around. I'm like, no,
Goofy.
I'm sorry, I'm off to lunch. You
Good
guys
luck.
should probably figure out a way to get out of the trees because bears can climb trees.
Yeah, you got this. You'll be
Like,
fine. Good luck.
so that's what I want. That's what all I wanted to do was just have them fucked up. But apparently you can't do that because there's rules,
Goddamn
and
rules for these
fucking
fuck ass
rules
kids.
for these fuck ass kids. So my issue was literally just like trying to figure out, how am I going to not choke out one of these kids who just don't give a fuck about this trip? Because you signed up to be on this trip.
Right.
But then what makes it worse, and this is why I'm here to complain about everything, it's not because these kids are so bad.
Mhm.
I got to witness bad parents.
Oh.
And
Ooh. I love where this is going.
I don't get that opportunity to witness bad parents that often
Yeah.
because like either your kid plays an instrument or they don't.
Right.
Either they do or they do or they don't.
Right.
So some of my band kids are in on this trip,
Okay.
and so a particular parent who tried to quit, right? The kids tried to quit. I spoke to their mother.
Okay, I
Mother's
remember
like, no,
that.
I'm not gonna quit, right?
Mhm.
Her mom was on this trip.
Mm.
So now, here's the obstacle course. We got one thing. It's called combination lock, right?
Mhm.
Very simple concept. You get this like 2x4 piece of wood that's just sticking out the ground.
Okay.
but it's sticking out like this high.
Okay. Okay.
It's about 5 to 7 inches off the ground. You have to stand on the platform,
Mhm.
and everybody stands on the platform. And the idea is that as you're in a group, you all have to create rotations
Okay.
based on like a combination lock. So if I say
Okay. Okay.
four, go to your right 4 spaces, you all have to be able to move.
Move.
But mind
Yeah.
you, if everybody's on a peg, you then all are in this group,
Mm.
have to figure out how to move without knocking somebody over
Yeah, like in unison. Yeah, I get it.
in unison, right?
Mhm.
So one particular group, the parents were just like, "All right, guys, figure it out," and I'm like vocalizing, trying to get it to go. So you're watching these sets of parents just their hands off. They're like, they'll do this, and then they'll stand over here and be like, "Guys, you gotta work together." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's how you need to talk to them.
Mhm.
They need to
Yeah.
figure it out. They need to vocalize." Okay, and then you hear the smart kid go, "Problem solving." Okay, so what if we?
Love
And
that.
then once that happens, you've done your job. It's
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah, love
It's
that. Yes.
wonderful. It's right. Second group is where the fuck ass parent is,
Fuck ass parents and
and the
their
fuck
fuck
ass
ass kids.
and the so the moment I finish giving instructions, one of the
Mhm.
parents, guys, please just make sure your foot comes across. Just giving them
Come on.
everything. The spoon couldn't have been directed closer to that motherfucker. Like they spoon fed the shit out of it. I was like, yo, they gotta figure it out.
Yeah, shut the
They
hell
have to
up.
figure it out. Shut the like. They're like, y'all gotta like we had like, and then what made it worse was you could watch right, and the girls
Mhm.
like, oh my feet hurt. Can you carry me? No,
No. No, I cannot.
no, no.
You
So
soft ass
here's
child.
so now right, so you bitch. Like, it's like what's wrong with you? But what killed me was I was watching them,
Mhm.
and the little girl is sitting there on this little thing,
Yeah.
and her mom is next to her, and I noticed that her arm is just chilling on her mom's shoulder,
No way.
and I just go, she's got to balance herself.
Right.
Nothing. She was like, I'm not doing anything.
Mitch, what do you think? I'm
Bro, what are
blind or
you?
dumb?
So what are y'all both dumb? Nah, that probably sit that checks out. Y'all are both dumb.
Fact checks.
It painful. Painful. I watched kids say certain things and just walk off on parents, and then they turn to me and go, man, these kids and their attitude. Like, I don't get it. Like,
Bitch,
and I'm
don't
like,
bring me into this shit. You did
no,
this. That's your kid.
they don't they don't give me that attitude because I check them.
Okay?
You
Push
get the
over.
attitude and get your kid walked off like that, and then I go, "Who are you walking off on?"
Come
And then
on.
they'd be like, I guess you. I
You
shouldn't have."
guess?
And that's what exactly
Right.
right. Don't guess. Look at where you are. If I'm having a whole conversation with you as an adult, like they're like, "Oh, yeah, these kids don't respect authority." They don't respect you because you don't know how to
Right.
give authority.
Right. Else you
What are
don't
we
have
talking
any
about here?
authority.
Y'all are so confused, and then you want to be like, "Man, I couldn't do your job, man. I couldn't do
I know
the
you couldn't.
what." You can't do the parenting part either.
Okay?
Here we are with
With
your
your dumb
fuck ass
ass.
parenting, and now you got
Right.
fuck ass kids. So that trip was a lot of just watching kids get away
Jeez.
with shit, and my feet hurting to an
Mm.
oblivion
Mm.
because we started at noon
Mm-hmm.
on the first day, and we had to go around, go down the hill, come
Ooh.
back up this hill, and then that was the first group, and we had 4 groups,
Damn. Oh my
and we
God.
were hiking for 5 hours.
That sounds like torture.
And I walk around a lot as a teacher. Like there's a
Of
lot of places
course.
you gotta go back and forth and do all this stuff.
But it's
So my legs
level.
are, well, but it's level exactly.
Yeah.
When it's level, it's one thing.
It's
The
fine.
moment that it's on level,
And you
that's when all
outside?
the muscles around your ankles, that's where all the muscles around your shins start like convulsing, and they're like, "Yeah, you ain't never felt this, huh, cuz?" And you're like, "Yo, what the fuck?
What is happening?
Yo, why the, why my muscles are crip? Like it's crazy.
Two stepping.
It's two stepping. It was so bad. It
God
was so
damn.
bad. But this is the second time I've done this. And my third school had tried to ask me in February to do it,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm not doing
I don't
it."
blame
The
you.
last thing I got, the last thing I have is I was on the yearbook committee for one of my schools,
Hmm.
and they have us doing this thing called a money transfer.
Okay.
So all the teachers were supposed to collect money from the students, and
Okay.
we created a party on the last day of spring before spring break
Mm.
for all the people who did pre-sales for yearbook. So I was like, all right, cool, that's cute. They were like, all right, I need
Very
you to come
cute.
in, collect all the money from the, the teachers, and
Yeah.
then count the money, and then write it on a form. So I'm
Okay.
like, all right, cool, that's
Simple.
all right. I count money, that's fine. I got that. They
Come on,
give you
big
this
baller.
form.
Count money.
Right.
It
You know
does
what it is,
this.
right? It is what it is. You know what it is, right? Make it rain, baby.
Period.
Here's my issue. There's an MTF form, money transfer form.
Yeah.
On the form, it's got 14 slots.
Okay.
14 fucking slots. What a random ass number, 14.
Do you have to like break
Uh,
down like the hundreds, tens? Do you have to break it down like that? Is that why they're there? No. Oh.
no,
Okay.
because I was smart. What she told me was the price of the yearbook was $17.
Okay.
I said charge them 20 for the
Yeah.
pre-sale, and then charge them more after they don't make the pre-sale date.
Yeah.
So everybody should have sent a $20 bill.
Simple. Yes.
Simple as it could ever be.
Oh yeah. It's $20.
So you send a $20 bill. So all I'm counting is 20s or
Yeah.
10s, 5s, and a bunch of 1s because
People suck.
fuck me. Right, because people suck. And so I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You have to write down every student's name and then that they gave $20.
Okay. 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 I mean, all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
pain in my ass
Yeah.
primarily because I have to sit down, write every student's name, and then $20 on a form. If that class has more than 14 people, I then have to take those
Oh
first
shit.
14, put it on a form, and then fill out another form with the rest of those kids,
Oh
and
God.
then start the other class. So it took 3 hours.
Oh my God.
And to
Jeez.
make matters even worse, because this is how I feel right now, to make matters even worse,
Mm-hmm.
there was a message that had went out that said that, hey, staff, we're going to go to this restaurant at the end of work. Uh, Come meet us there as
Yeah.
a celebration for spring break. I didn't get that message. I don't know where that message was. They probably put it as a group thing. I don't ever check the messages for that school.
Okay.
Fuck that school. Fuck all things.
I don't want to hang out with you.
So right, they're like, "Hey, are you gonna Fresh? Are you coming to the party after work?" And I said, "I don't know anything about the fucking party. I
Right.
got shit to do." So the head secretary has me in the back room, counting money, doing all the stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like 5 packets in. I
Mm-hmm.
got 4 more packets to go.
Fuck.
And the principal is now in the main office, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so and so is in the back room. He's counting all the money." And she said it 2 times in 2 different cases, and in neither one of those cases did the principal come back to see me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which I'm like, "Hey, I got your money.
Right. You
You
might want
you
to
got to
check on
deposit
this.
this. You might want to check on this."
Right.
He never comes. You know what she did?
What?
School gets dismissed. She sees everybody in the hallways.
Yeah.
She drives her ass to that restaurant.
Big hungry ass. Bitch, you better come get this money.
Yes. Never says, "Hey, how's it going? Are you gonna be at the thing? Thank
Right.
you so much for doing this. I'm
Something.
a fake ass human being." Never does any of that shit.
Didn't give a fuck.
Instead, didn't give a flying fuck.
Bitch, you
And
should
so
have kept
now
like
it's
40.
me. I physically, let me tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I physically could have got away with taking $100 and they would have never known.
She should have came back there and checked. But you want to drive your ass to the restaurant and be the first in line for some whatever
Right.
what kind of food they serve.
For some Mexican food.
For chips and salsa.
Right.
Greedy. Bitch, come get this
Like
money.
them enchiladas gonna be cold because you got there late.
Right.
And so I was like, all right, cool. So she's not gonna walk back here? Bet. And so it's me and the head secretary just sitting there going through these forms. Head secretary counting wrong.
Come on.
And I'm like, how are you getting this number? And she's like, well, she's doing it based on a different principle
Instead of just counting?
the number of she's counting the number of papers that she got back from people,
Mm-hmm.
and then she would count the money. And I'm like, that's fine, but did you read all the papers? If you read all the papers, that's one thing.
Right.
But if you didn't read all the papers and you're just going, okay, this is a 20, this is a 20,
Right.
that's when you end up with a form where somebody says that they turned in 40, but they didn't. And so
Mm.
you're doing it wrong. Count all of your money, count the individual stuff, and just move on.
Right.
Headache.
Oh my
Headache on
God.
10,000. So I
Jesus.
get finished at 5
Mm-hmm.
after collecting this money since 2 o'clock.
Damn.
I go home.
As you
I
should.
don't want to see. I
None
don't
of
want
them
to see not
hoes.
near one of them hoes. Because
Okay.
if I come around there and they're like, "Hey," I'd have been like, "Nope, too fake, not enough. Nope, I'm out.
We
I
saved
don't
you a
like fake
seat.
environments." Right? Oh,
That
great.
part.
Everybody, give it up for suck my dick. I don't want to hear that shit
Okay.
today.
Bitch, meet me in the back. The fuck?
Right.
No,
Speaking of
I
suck
feel
my
you.
dick, no.
What a segue. Can we give this man an applause for this segue of what he about to talk about?
Woo! Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I almost pulled a muscle with that stretch. Let's go. Hey, yo, can
Oh
we
shit.
just take a second to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, MJ Jr. Actually, I'll call him MJ Jr. His name is Marcus. It's just funny.
MJ Jr. Yeah.
Oh, right, MJ Jr.
Mm-hmm.
This man here.
God bless.
God bless Marcus Jordan. The starting five for your Chicago Bulls. Head ass. This motherfucker here is so let's start off the story really, really simply. All
Yeah.
right. To get you back into the news. Clearly put it like this. Attention whore Larsa Pippen
Mm.
is the ex-wife of Scottie Pippen.
Yes.
Everybody knows Scottie Pippen, the guy
Of
who
course.
continuously gets snubbed on whether or not he's great, but yet
Mhm.
always ends up on the top 75
Yes.
players of all time list.
Yeah. That guy.
Right? The guy who kept the Bulls running when Michael was gone playing baseball and golf. That guy.
Yeah.
So his ex-wife is now dating Michael Jordan's son.
His son.
His son. And I'm gonna tell you why that's so creepy. Because it's Michael Jordan's son.
That's pretty much like it's kind of a cusslings thing all over again because when you're teammates with somebody for
Yes.
that long, that's pretty much family. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
so
It's exactly what that is.
you're dating your ex-husband's teammate's son. It's weird.
Yes. Some of the issues that are going to occur based on this conversation is primarily that after the Last Dance documentary,
Mhm.
Michael and Scotty are not on good terms.
Oh,
So they're already just kind of like, yo, fuck all that, right?
yeah.
Larsa apparently, I don't know where they met, but I can tell you right now
Chuck E. Cheese.
that he was in line getting his fucking license. Like, he was,
Goddamn DMV.
like goddamn DMV. She's like, all right, cool. Who's next in line?
Okay.
She like it was so. So here's what gets me. Larsa Pippen is 48 years old,
Yeah.
right? Marcus Jordan is 32.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a 16-year age difference. Now
We've covered worse.
we've covered worse.
Mm-hmm.
I think 30 to 40, I give up.
Yeah.
I think at that point, it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody was like, that lady's 72 and that guy's 49, I'd have been like, that's interesting. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't care as much.
They're grown as fuck. Yeah, whatever. Do your
They're grown
thing.
as fuck.
Yeah.
It's when someone's like 30 and they're dating a 19-year-old.
That's when it gets weird.
That's when you're like, yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's when you get the
Okay.
right.
Police.
Call the police.
Help.
Help.
Mhm.
That's when you get to that level.
Right.
For me, it's like, all right, we pushing it, bro. We are towing the line, right? This is creepy. But she
Yes.
says, like, I spent all the time dating older men. It is what it is. Her actual, I've heard her speak, but at this point, I just assume she just sounds dumb as shit. She goes,
Mhm.
I've dated guys a lot older than me. Scotty is 10 years older than me. So I don't really view age as you're mature or immature.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. Sure.
I don't feel like that determines if you're mature or not. I feel like if you can drink at 21, you can go to war at 18, there's different circumstances.
Girl, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Just shut your
You
dumb ass
know,
up.
Larsa, you almost had me.
Stupid ass.
You almost had me. But you're definitely not who I thought you were.
I don't know nothing about her. I just know
She
this.
started on Real Housewives. Yeah, she started on Real Housewives of Miami.
Yeah, I heard she said
And
she's black. Did she say she's black? She said some dumb
she's not.
shit. I know
She
she's
better
not
not say
black.
she's black.
No, she said she
She better not
wasn't
say she's.
white because there was like an issue with
Oh,
her and like box braids. She was like, "Well, I'm not white, so it's
well, she's
fine."
not white.
Yeah, I know she's not
Yeah,
white, but she's
but it's
white
also funny as
passing.
hell. She's white, and I will say she's white passing.
Mhm.
I'll agree. I'll agree that she's white passing
Yeah,
because she
at
gets away
best.
with the privileges of like Kardashian nature, and they're white
Exactly.
passing.
There. Yeah, she used to hang out with them up until I don't know something happened, but yeah.
There's always something until somebody hangs out with a fucking Kardashian, and then their whole
Good.
lives
Right.
change.
Right.
Rest in peace, Jordan Woods.
Oh
Um,
shit. She is
so that's how it goes.
flourishing.
She's flourished.
Her life has gotten better since she left the clan.
Yeah, good for her. I
Yeah, for
think
real.
she's gotten better looking.
That's what I'm saying. She started hanging out with black people. She had herself a new man. She lost the
Right.
weight. She got busy. She's doing great.
She's like, sweetie, you forgot you have black girl magic. You're fine. And she's like, you're
Hello,
right.
somebody.
Boom.
Period.
But what throws me off, and what I learned about this relationship after learning about Larsa in the first place, and the
Okay.
problem I learned about Larsa is that she opens her mouth so much
Mm.
that she feels like anytime there's a microphone, she has to speak. And
Oh.
that becomes detrimental when people start looking at you
Yeah.
and deciding to go, we're gonna judge the shit out of you because you're gonna say something anyways.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
thing that I learned about her
Uh-oh.
was that she went on a reality, not reality show. She went on The View. I believe it was The View.
Shout out to Whoopi.
And yeah, no, it was actually a reunion show for Real Housewives.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
And so she went on there and she revealed about her sex life with Scottie Pippen.
I heard about
And
this.
she said that she has had consistent sex for 23 years.
It's great.
That she has sex 4 times a night
For
with
23
no
years.
days off.
Straight. No days off.
With no days off whatsoever.
That's I'm calling cap.
You
Cause
call
what?
it cap?
Yeah, I'm calling cap. There's no way. For 23 years straight, you was fucking every day, 4 times a day. Is that what she's saying?
She's saying 4 times a night. I've always had sex 4 times a night. She says I had every night. I never had a day off for 23 years.
The way she worded that is weird. Cause a day off from fucking,
Yeah.
like,
And so people
it's a
were
job.
like, no, they'd ask her like, so what about like away games? And she was like, I go to away games. Yeah.
What?
So
I don't believe
she's
her.
like, yeah. You don't believe her?
No, I don't
You don't
believe
think
her.
you don't
Mm-mm. And then also, like, what is her definition of sex?
There you go.
Because that matters. Because for you to say you've had sex 4 times a night, are y'all both bussing or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it the whole thing? Is it a little bit like, what's her definition?
Well, they have kids, so I would assume that her definition would be,
That don't mean shit.
well, you know what? I'm gonna back off because
Okay.
a part of me thinks that she could literally be like, yeah, this is what we do now. This is who we are, and by rule, um, her using her hands would be sex, and then her turning around and being like, okay, well, we hooked up for a while. That's also sex.
Yeah.
It could be that, or
That's what
she's
I'm
literally
saying.
like, somebody comes 4 times.
somebody that
Somebody.
counts. That's what I'm
Sure.
saying. I don't know. Mm, I find that hard to believe.
I don't think it's hard to believe. I think 23 years means that she met homie at 25.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's still at the prime age of where she could be like, yeah, this is Scottie Pippen. I'm definitely taking this. It's like
Yeah, I mean, 23 years straight. That's
23 years.
I would say that's I don't know. I don't believe that. It,
What is so unbelievable about it?
23 years is a long time for you to be fucking every
Mhm.
day. A lot of things happen. People get sick. So you was sick and fucking. I don't believe that. People get in bad moods. People fight. People argue. People like shit happens. People die. So you was grieving and fucking. I don't.
That's
It's
very,
just there's like shit happens.
I think it's
People
totally
go to the
possible.
hospital. Like I don't see you every single day. I could see like very frequently, but every single day for 23 years is
I think
unbelievable.
I
I
think
don't
there's no
believe
way
her.
she has I don't think she has the work ethic to do something for 23 years with no days off.
Also that.
I I just don't see it logical that she could be like, I'm in the mood 23 years in a row. But also, the hard part to truly believe
Mhm.
is that she would have anything better else to do.
She has shit else to do.
Sh- She's 25. I want to know the story of them meeting up together,
Yeah,
but
me
like
too.
she's 25. They get married in 97, so he's already got championships
Yeah, okay.
and they've been together this long. My thing is, what was she doing before they met?
Probably nothing. She's probably working
Probably
at the mall.
she was probably serving drinks and
Mm.
homie said, "Hey, you know who I am? I'm Scottie Pippen." Okay.
Okay.
You like MJ's friend, right? He's like, "Yep, that's me, MJ's friend."
She been plotting on his son since day one.
Oh, day one. And it doesn't it's like crazy to me that people could ever just be like it's like the stories of like people like Eva Longoria or just like all these other people who are NBA wives
Mhm.
will just if you haven't met that person beforehand,
Mhm.
it's still to me to this day it's still concerning that
Mhm.
a person who is famous, especially a sports athlete, could get married to a person they met in just because they like while they were playing sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
like I see when you're a sports athlete and you marry a celebrity,
Yeah.
I see that and I'm like, yeah, because you got to be around them situations and
Right.
you be dating.
I get it.
But to be a sports athlete and to marry a rando, not
Right.
somebody that you knew in high school,
No, like a
not
new
somebody
rando.
that just like rando. That's not a model. That's not that
Right.
person. I don't know how you could do it.
I don't either.
More power to you.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I don't yeah, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't trust him. He would definitely be after my money. But speaking of like wives and things that wives do,
And
um,
divorces, yes.
and divorces, there was this post on Instagram, it was on the Shade Room. And the post goes, when y'all talk about not doing wife things for a boyfriend, how come having sex and popping out babies ain't included in that? Y'all will
Mm,
do all that, but draw the line at making a sandwich. I was
mm,
like, that is absolute fucking facts. And I feel like I agree you should not be
mm,
doing wife things for a
mm.
boyfriend, but they definitely popping out a baby should be number one on the list. And
That
it's
part.
crazy. It's really crazy. Like I saw this and I was like, damn, that's actually really valid. And why isn't that a thing? And I'm just like I sat with that. I'm just like, why? What? I like, yeah, have sex, but why we popping out kids? I like I just
Because of ignorance.
you think it's
No,
because of ignorance, really?
I don't think that somebody really has their mindset created to think about wife things or wifely duties.
Yeah.
And their main thing when they're having sex is just sex. I don't
Yeah.
think that they're logically planning to have a kid.
No.
Now, if you are the type of person that literally turns around and goes, "Hey, um, let's let's ride it out. We gonna have sex.
Mhm.
We should plan. I'm trying to have his kid," and then she's still like, "Make you a sandwich. You want me to make you a sandwich?" Like, if you're that person, we just gotta slow down. You
Yeah.
gotta take baby steps. You gotta be courted real slowly
Yeah.
because you don't understand how this works,
That
and that's
part.
okay. You're young.
Yeah.
But the wifely things, I agree wholeheartedly. I think if you
Absolutely.
dead ass, but like,
But
there's
when you're
also the
young,
role play thing.
yeah, when you're young, you're not thinking about that. Like you said, you're not. That's not in the forefront of your brain. Your brain's still developing. You're like under 25 or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't think people think about that. I don't think it's an ignorance thing. I just don't think that they're there yet.
No, they're not there yet.
No.
I, I honestly don't think they're there yet. But what kills me is watching somebody go, "All right, cool. Uh, I got all these standards for this relationship,
Mhm.
but then still having sex raw.
Crazy.
How you gonna look somebody dead in the eye and be like, you gotta be this, you gotta have
Right.
this gotta be like this, and but yeah, you can definitely take the condom off. Hello,
Our STD
hello.
rates are so high. Like, I feel like the conversation with when it comes to birth control, and that means like condoms, any type of birth control needs to and like STD checking, going to the clinic, that needs to be talked about way more. It needs to be normalized. That needs to be like first date, maybe not the first date, but like once y'all start getting into okay, we
That'd be hot.
like
Hey,
okay,
so just so you know, right? I ain't got chlamydia.
right? I feel like honestly,
Like,
I feel like you need to come to the table with your papers. Let me see. Cause maybe I want to fuck on the first night. I need to see. I need to see what you got, what you don't got. You know what I'm saying? That's important. I
yeah,
feel like that needs to be normalized.
okay. So there's a two-sided conversation here.
Okay.
One is, and then my girl and I have had this conversation a few times because
Hmm.
we have our own mental podcast when we talk to each other.
I love that.
Pretty much what ends up happening is there are women who want to want to be modern but have traditional standards,
Yes. Yes, there. Yes.
and
You
you
can't
can't
do
do
both.
it.
You cannot.
You can't be like, I'm an independent woman. I need money and all these things.
Yeah.
You got to pay for everything, but I'm not willing to be subservient, right? And
Yes, you
like,
cannot. That
uh,
doesn't work. It
you
doesn't
can't
work.
do it because the
No.
dynamic that you're asking for existed by he did this, and therefore you had to do this and be
Exactly.
supportive this way.
Yes.
When you turn around and say like, "Oh no, 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 you don't tell me what to do, right? I run this. This is me. I got all this shit together, but I also need this from you, and I need this from you." It's like, bro, 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 bro. So then when a guy turns around and goes, "So what do you bring to the table?" Right?
For me to
A
be doing
great
all of this.
question, right?
Bitch, I am the
Back in
table.
those times, right? Back in those times, there was never what does she bring to the table.
No.
The table was made by him and set by her.
That's exactly how it was. That's such a perfect way to put that. That's exactly how that was. Exactly how that
So there
was.
was never a question about it. When you change the dynamic of the relationship,
Yeah.
now people question the stability of how long that relationship is going to last
Right.
because you want to have your cake and eat it too. Some people get mad about the cake and eat it too part because, like, what's the point of having cake if I can't eat it? And I'm like, that's great,
That's a great question.
but you can't eat the cake by yourself.
All right. That's
And
also valid.
so that's my point. That's what people are missing about the cake and eat it too part
Yeah.
is that it's a whole ass cake.
Yeah. You're not gonna eat you this is like
You're not
what's
about to
it?
eat this cake.
Matilda with the little boy. Yeah, no, we're not
Yes.
doing
And then he
that.
put his little fat butt in the chokey.
We're not
He said,
doing that.
"Go ahead and eat it all." He said, "Fuck no." But I agree. I
Yeah.
think the idea, but this is the other part of the conversation, is that wifely things.
Yeah.
Some people just don't believe in wifely things. Some people just believe in the like what I talked about the 80-20 rule,
Yeah.
where it's just like you just give.
You do, yeah.
A lot of people really don't think about going into a relationship to give.
No, they
They want to
don't.
see what they can get out of it.
And that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Like for me, so I was raised by a single mom. So growing up, I'm super hugely independent. I got it. I can do it myself. Don't worry about it. Now I
Mhm.
got into a relationship and I'm like, that's just not gonna work really. Like, and I had to, and it was so hard for me to kind of like let go of some of my like independency. But you like in a partnership, you it's give and take. It really is.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more, well, on your part, it'll be a lot more giving. And you like you said, you shouldn't like expect anything. You should get it in return. Like the 80-20 rule, pretty much what you said. Like you should
Yeah.
not expect it, but get it.
Yes.
And it's give and take, and it's very much so. In a relationship, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You have to unlearn things about yourself. It's a lot, and I feel like people going into relationships these days are very selfish, and it's very much so. What can I get out of this? How will this benefit me? And you're not thinking about the other person. It's like that other person is usually an afterthought.
Mhm.
Which and it shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't be like
Shouldn't.
that. It should not be like that.
The way I've thought about it is it's the wholehearted merger of a nonprofit organization.
Come on now, Prophet.
So that's so like your main goal is like nonprofits make money. Don't let anybody ever tell you that they don't make money because they do.
Yeah,
They just aren't allowed to make a certain amount of money where they are flourishing profit wise because then they're not a nonprofit,
right.
right? They have to make a certain amount
To
in order
keep
to still
going.
run,
Right, of
right?
course. Yeah.
So, you can't both be driving cars and like one of you has your gas tank full and the other one's like, all right, I'll give you a
Struggling.
couple drops every couple miles. It's like, bro, I'm on E pretty much every, 2 days. And you're like,
Yeah.
all right, bro, I got you. Like, so that's what it feels like. It's like you come into a relationship, you got to give.
Yeah.
And if you don't think about that, I think I implore anybody to get into a relationship. And the next time you decide that you're going to get into a relationship, just think about what you can give but not by yourself.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
both have to come in and go, what can I give you?
Right.
Not what does he offer or she offer me. Just think about it from that perspective for 1 second and
Yeah.
see how different it really is. Because it
Facts.
don't make a difference.
It
Because a
will.
lot of relations, nobody really thinks that
No, no, they don't. They
way.
don't.
No.
And I don't know. I feel like when you love somebody, you want the best for them. You think about them a lot more than you think about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, how can I make their day better? Or you do things that you know that they will appreciate without them asking you. Like you really think about them. You're low key obsessed. Like you think about them a lot
Yeah.
more than you think about yourself because you want the person that you love to feel good and be happy. You
Yeah.
know? So like I don't know. I feel like when it comes to like wifely things, like me girl, I like I said, I grew up with a single mom, so I didn't have like a um what's the word I'm looking for?
Male parental figure.
Well, duh, not that, but like a
But, yeah,
no.
that's what single means. I was like, I don't fucking know.
like a like I didn't have an image, an example. There we go. I didn't have an example of what a wife does, right? You know, I
Oh,
watch
okay, yeah, yeah.
movies and stuff like that, but that's all fake. I had Claire Huxtable, and so me getting into this relationship, I had to learn it, like really what
Yeah,
it really meant to be somebody's spouse. Like
yeah.
it's a lot that goes into it, but it's very rewarding. So if you get with the right person, I would say,
If you get with the
yeah,
right
for the right reasons, also. So
right.
I feel like the dating pool, I really feel for people that are dating because the people suck.
Yes, they do. Because they come in with standards and don't have anything to stand
Nothing, and it's just like you're wasting my time. Shout out to Roddy, my girl.
on.
Oh, but yeah, that's yeah. So moving on from
Yes.
one thing to the next. Our boy Marvin Gaye the third.
The third.
This man. Okay, so a couple
Mr.
episodes
Potato
ago,
Head.
I
Yeah.
mean, a couple episodes ago, we did Barry Gordy's timeline, and so this is when we were first introduced to Marvin Gaye the third. Marvin Gaye is his daddy, obviously. So a few months ago, him and his wife Wendy, you know, she was a little hairy, and there was there was some domestic violence going on. He got arrested for domestic violence and felony assault with a deadly weapon. And so that was back in January. So 2 months later, he files for not divorce. He files he files for divorce.
Yes. Okay.
From Wendy. And this happened, like, they signed the papers like 2 months to the day that he got arrested. So he was like, I'm over this shit. I'm out of this shit. So he filed for irreconcilable differences. Signed the papers March 16th. They've been separated since he got arrested. And so Wendy claims that he like choked her and like lifted her up by like choking her, like lifted her off the ground
WWE moves.
by,
All right.
by her neck.
That's a solid finisher.
Okay, come on, sir. And so that all goes down. They're separated, and so apparently her cousin, Wendy's cousin, was there. Guess what the fuck her name is?
What?
No, just guess what her last name is.
I'm guessing. Oh, Gordy.
Yes, but I could not. I don't know if she's related to them. I could not find any information about this girl. But apparently, he beat her cousin's ass too. So Marvin Gaye III is just out here allegedly manhandling women.
Right, I got you.
Allegedly.
Appreciate you. Pistol whipping bitches. And it's just like...
It's the softest. Allegedly. It's like, yes, thank you. Pistol whipping bitches. All right, bet. I'm here for it. Just making sure we're all on the same page.
But he's the one that filed for divorce. So I'm just like, when I saw that, I was just like, I don't know, because his picture, and they always say don't judge a book by its cover, but his demeanor, his picture just seems so like docile and just like zen, and just, he don't look like the type to pistol whip a bitch, allegedly. I just was shocked.
Let me tell you something. Why do you think they spend so much making book covers? So you can judge it. That motherfucker looks suspicious. Suspicious.
Oh my God. But yeah, I saw that. I was just like, what the fuck? Come on.
Hey, look. If there's not one thing, it's another. The Gordy family tree is officially fucked.
Fucked.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that man is dusty.
He is super dusty, and I'm oof. Jesus Christ.
He's the adopted son.
Come,
the adopted son. Like, there's no consistency in this bitch.
I mean, he's okay. So he's adopted by on the mom's end because he's biologically Marvin Gaye's son, but Marvin Gaye had him with his girl's niece.
Yeah, he did.
So, okay.
Yeah, he did.
So, you remember, I think it was episode 2 when we did the Barry Gordy episode. Yeah. And I was like, I briefly mentioned how it was messy, but I did not get into it. And it's for a reason, because it's really messy and it's really confusing. So, Marvin Gaye was with Anna Gordy, yes. Right? And so then Anna has a niece, Denise. Denise Gordy. So allegedly, while he was with Anna, he had Marvin Gaye III with Denise. Allegedly. But then Anna adopted him, which is fucking crazy. So, and also this is Bianca Lawson's like half brother, I guess.
Half brother, yeah. Half brother.
Yo, they're fucking, that timeline is. Also, shout out to Sky Blue.
shout out to Sky Blue and Red Foo.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yes.
Mess.
I'm all here for it.
Yeah.
That is rough stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. It is. It's just that
That domestic
Patrice.
violence.
Yeah. You would have thought she would have filed, but he filed. So,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like, it goes to show you
What is it
can't
good?
trust not near. I was gonna really fill it in with a Marvin Gaye lyric, but I feel
What's
like
going
my
on?
audience.
What is going on?
Nah, like straight up, what the fuck is going on? Because yo, it's yes.
Oh God.
Don't punish me with brutality. Cooking their ass slowly.
I mean,
God dang.
speaking of
Domestic
yeah, I was
violence,
gonna say go for it, please.
there's oh sorry, I gotta make sure. Speaking of alleged
Mm-hmm.
domestic violence,
Alleged.
there's another black man in the news. And of course, after
Goddamn.
he's made the cover of
Everything.
everything, and he's just doing all his stuff, the movie starts making these premieres after his boss was firing back at people saying, "Oh, the Cornick dude, right?" Jonathan Majors is apparently dealing with a assault charge.
Yeah.
And what bothers me is that, yes, of course, it's perfect timing. There are a few things that need to be addressed. And one of the few things that needs to be addressed is that people came out of the woodwork to try to, like, I guess the term is slander him,
No, that's what they tried to do for sure.
but they definitely came through and said, like, this guy was a piece of trash before this. Y'all are
Yeah.
just learning about it. Case in point, somebody had tweeted, I'm just going to say this about Jonathan Majors and be done with it. Folks at Yale and the broader NYC community have known about him for years. Mind you, I don't know I guess he must have went to Yale. I guess
I
that's a
guess
thing.
I didn't know that.
I don't know nothing about him
Me
as
either.
far as his existence as a human being.
Right.
But as far as it goes, he did graduate from Yale with an MFA. Was the Master's
A
of Fine Arts.
motherfucking associates.
He's a right. This motherfucking asshole sitting there put his hands on women. The fuck? But the people in Yale and broader NYC community have known about him for years. He's a sociopath and abuser, and that is how virtually everyone speaks about him. It's a shame it took this long for him to be reported.
Mm,
And they're always constantly saying, like, if this is known around broader NYC community, why hasn't anyone spoken about it until now? I'm not
right.
denying it. I'm just curious. And folks are now uncovering sub tweets about it. And it's just kind of bothering me that we are constantly subtweeting because the subtweets was people were talking and they were
Yeah.
saying that, oh, this very big time actor is getting all his accolades and I'm so sick of it because he's
Yeah.
actually a piece of shit. And that's kind of how they kind of phrased it in their tweets.
Yeah.
And they're like, just say his name. You're not that big of a person that we're
Right.
gonna be like, wow, that's slander. No, just say
Right.
his name.
Right.
If Beyonce bumped into me and said, fat bitch, I feel like, yo, Beyonce, tweet. Beyonce just called me a fat bitch on Main Street.
The
And I'd have
Hive?
said something about it.
They would be like,
And the
you
Hive would have
deserve
been
it.
like, you're lying, fat bitch. And I'd be like, God damn.
That's
And then other
exactly
people
what
like,
would happen.
well, you are fat and a bitch. And I was like, yo, watch your mouth. And I'd have been in a Twitter war with 15,000 other people and not Beyonce.
You know, the internet is unhinged. That's
And you know what would've
exactly how
happened?
that would go.
What would have happened is my tweet would have been forced to be deleted, which I wouldn't have done because you'd have to eat the back of my dick for somebody to try to get me to delete a tweet.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna take that. I don't have a dick, but I'm absolutely taking that.
But you gotta literally be something else to turn around and try to bully me into taking down a tweet about Beyonce.
Right.
And then we turn around and have this moment where you're like, yeah, okay, it's Beyonce, but you know
Right.
she can do that. Nah, fuck all that. Beyonce did this. And then what's going to happen is they're going to talk about it later. So with Jonathan Majors particularly, he got into a physical altercation with a woman.
Mhm.
But what's happening now is that they're saying that these text messages are supposed to be ongoing evidence that proves that he really isn't to blame for the fight,
I
which
saw that.
is asinine.
Yeah.
Because in my eyes, the lady taking the blame for the fight is kind of interesting.
Yeah, the text that was released. Yeah, I feel like that made it worse. Like
Yes.
it was supposed to help him out, but I really honestly it feels like cuz Marvel is he's working like with Marvel now and I really feel like they have their people on it and it feels like Olivia Pope has her hand in this. Honestly,
Yes.
like it
I
feels
agree.
very much so like it's being handled. And I don't know, like the messages. I read the text. I was like, wait, this is so weird. And it's
It
just like
is
so
weird.
much stuff keeps coming out. I don't know. Apparently, there's a video that came out. Well, I don't know if it's come out or not, but there's a video I think from like inside the taxi or whatever, what have you. And it's just like I don't know. I always want to root for everybody black, like right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to believe it, but honestly, I don't know what to believe because there's a lot of stuff coming out, and it's just like, bro, I don't know. But the people who that Twitter shit did, I saw that. I was like, that shit just does not stick. First of all, anybody could say that, and it's super convenient how they so quickly found these tweets. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so the Twitter shit, I'm not concerned with that.
Well, look,
That's who the fuck cares. But the dumb text messages, I was like, this shit is bad. Like, it's bad.
this is apparently some of what was said.
Mm-hmm.
They assumed they assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as a protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight.
Mm-hmm.
The text message read, "I'm so angry they did. I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone.
Mm-hmm.
I only just got out of the hospital." And then also she texted him later,
Mm-hmm.
"I love you." But here's what gets me. 3.5 hours later, the texter writes again, giving an update on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I reiterated how this is not an attack, and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank, this did not occur
Mm-hmm.
and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She also continued, I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior, out of
Mm-mm.
care.
I don't. Mm-mm. It's
You
giving
know,
manufactured.
but listen, somebody had tweeted, and this is why you got to understand how stupid you got to think we are.
Mm.
You got to be some type of stupid. Somebody tweeted, I saw the Jonathan Majors text. The part where he says, I told him it was my fault for trying to grab your phone sent chills down my spine. I've heard that line almost verbatim from so many DV
Yeah.
victims. We don't know all the facts, of course. Likely
Mm-hmm.
never will, but I pray she has a support system. Because it's so easy for two things to occur. One, a person being coached into texting
Yes.
these responses. Hey, if
Yes.
you're going to go through with this, you need to understand blank. And the other thing that is clear is when somebody goes and feels like it's my fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
There are only a few situations that you can truly get away with being in a physical altercation with a woman. And for the most part, men's testosterone levels and the idea of being masculine
Mm-hmm.
never allows you to be like, I'm just going to run away from this situation.
Yeah.
So the other part is to be like, well, I'm not just going to sit here and get whopped on
That
because
part.
I was raised not to get my ass whooped.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the other thing. So those are the random situations where it's like, all right, we're gonna get into this physical altercation, but it's like at school with these fuck ass kids. Uh, they allow some people to get trained with CPI training.
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is like crisis prevention institute
Okay.
training. So it's a way to restrain people without actually having to deal with putting bruises and marks and breaking things on other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Not every person who's a strong individual knows that a lady coming at them, that you can be like wrist control, just
Yeah. Yeah.
and do all these moves. That's like, all right, I'm gonna need you to relax real quick because
Hmm.
if I do anything of sudden motion, you would be all messed up. And as soon as
Right.
she has a little scuff on that chin, you're
End of
done.
the world.
So that's it's the end of the world. So for
Yeah.
me, I don't care what text message comes out. I don't care if it's like unless the text messages are like, you never hit me. I actually punched myself and here's the video.
Right.
This is Jonathan Major's fault.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out some other situation here
Yeah.
because you're a grown man and you got into a physical altercation. If you truly didn't, then it is what it is.
Yeah. Then the
But
truth will hopefully come out then.
right. But the text messages don't say you didn't hit me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It made it worse.
The text messages literally are saying, "Hey, I'm I'm in the hospital right now
Come
because
on.
of some shit that's my fault."
Right. And it's just like I wish when you read it again, like when I first read it, I was just like, okay, absolutely. Like now it's like without a shadow of a doubt. In case anybody was questioning it, it definitely happened. And it
Yeah.
was definitely giving for me when you read it out loud, it was like it felt like a Law and Order SUV episode where like the victim was just trying to like, okay, you know, like it's okay, you know, like make it better. That's what it
Yeah.
felt like. And then you read the tweet. I'm like, yeah, it definitely felt like a victim trying to like iron shit out and make the person who attacked them feel okay. Like it felt like this is not the first time this has happened.
Oh yeah. It
And
literally was
it
this.
felt bad. It felt manufactured. It just felt like she was like, okay, I know what to say. Let me put this out here. Let me do that. Yeah, it
That's
just,
exactly what
yeah,
happened.
that's what it felt like.
It was. I also said to tell the judge to know the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing. Like the
Right.
fuck. It's like if I ever
It's
saw like
worded so weird.
it's worded. No. It's not
Deliberately.
worded so weird. It's worded deliberately. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what makes it weird.
Exactly what it
To
is.
me, it's not like a
No, no,
normal
no. You're.
flowy conversation. It's not like,
Oh yeah.
damn,
It's a paper. It was a paper.
an expose.
Somebody wrote a paper
That's a
and
thesis.
said it's a. They wrote a whole ass thesis. He's like, hey, just let's do some creative writing. Imagine that this was your fault. What would you
Right.
say? My bad. Nah, but use more words.
Right. Let's really feel it out,
uh,
flesh it out.
yes. Also, complete sentences.
Please. Yeah,
That
so
ass.
that's gonna unfold some more, and I guess more information will come out on that. But I don't see it. I really don't see it ending well for him. I just
Nope.
hope the truth comes out. Honestly,
Uh, More so, I hope this Creed movie is good because I'm gonna go watch it. Like,
you know, I've
and he's
never
bad at it.
seen a Creed movie ever,
I haven't seen a single one of them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna
or
lie. It's
John
not
Wick.
okay. Now we got an issue.
I know. I'm sorry.
Now we got a bit.
I'll do
Yeah.
better eventually.
First of all, Mac had an entire movie night. He
I
missed all three of
know.
them bitches.
I know, bro. I be at work.
Yeah, he do be streaming 3 movies into a motherfucker. So,
Okay, I be at work.
you should. I'm gonna tell you right now. Go see John Wick.
Yeah, I heard it was amazing. The fourth one was amazing. I need to. I'm just gonna
I haven't seen that.
sit down and watch all the movies that I've never seen, little by little.
It's spring break. I'm about to watch John Wick 4.
Period.
No. Sorry, Jonathan Majors. I'm done talking about you.
What we got for the switch up today?
So let me tell you right now. The switch up, right? Brought to you by our sponsors. We don't have sponsors.
Not yet. It's
so-
coming.
It's coming, right? It's in the mail. I fucks with it.
Yeah.
We can do some would you rather.
Yeah.
questions. So my girl crew got some audience participation.
Yeah, I did. I went on over
And-
to Instagram and
Sure.
asked you guys to send me some would you rathers? Would you rathers?
rather?
Silly wabbit.
You're right. Which one of you mother? Okay, no. Yeah, so you went
Oh,
on Instagram
some
for
good
that?
ones. I did some of my own, and then I went to Instagram, and then I got like the best out of three.
See, nice.
But
See,
we
what I
can.
did was
Oh, what you got?
I asked my computer.
Okay, come on, Chat
I
GP. What is
was
it? GPT,
yeah,
CPT,
GPT.
ABC.
Yes,
Love
right.
that thing.
GP. Right.
Yeah, you
That's what
know
it
me.
is. Hey, Jesus Christ. It's not the, we were on. I went Kirk Franklin. And you went Naughty by Nature.
No, I
So,
went Franklin too.
all right.
JP, are you with me? Oh no, I actually did merge them. Well, I was thinking Kurt Franklin. All right, anyway, so for the switch up.
Let's try this one again for the switch up. We're going Would You Rather, and I'm gonna let Crew go first.
Okay. Would you rather be lost in space or lost at sea? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a tough one. I'm gonna
It
go.
is.
Which just reminded me that I did not do Jeopardy time last stream, so that's
You didn't, and it was definitely redeemed. Y'all make sure you go follow this man on Twitch.
Please. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Lost at Space, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because being lost at sea means, will I ever be found? Is the real question. Is just lost forever?
You're just.
Is the hope of being found one day?
You can have hope, sure. You can have hope.
But... I can have a hope. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, have hope, dude. Have all the hope you need.
All right, keep hope alive.
There you go.
All right, so I'm gonna say Lost in Space because I would see new things. I would be floating around. Assumption, right?
Yeah.
That I would be floating around in space, just one day landing somewhere. Now,
okay.
If I run out of oxygen, I've run out of oxygen. I'm just gonna die in space.
True.
If I am lost at sea, there is a chance to be found because it's sea.
Yeah.
But I also fear the idea of a wave taking me out and me being put under with animals. And I think there's nothing mentally worse than to be swimming for your life and then being captured by an animal.
I mean, you have a valid point.
Because them jokers do that shit every day. They swim. That's their job.
That's their life.
In order for them to survive, they swim like we walk.
Yeah.
So they're like, you're fucked. If you're just in the water and somebody's like, oh, what is that? It's gonna come and grab you. It's not gonna be like, it's too far. No, it's gonna grab you. And if I get pulled underwater, I'm done. I ain't
I feel you.
Because even if I struggle and I finally get free, I gotta make it back up to the surface.
Yeah.
And all that struggling took my oxygen anyway.
Now I'm tired.
You might as well just put me in a space, let it be real quiet, and I'll just be like, and just float off into existence. I'd rather do that.
See, I went with the sea for that chance of possibly being found and seeing my family again. I feel like in space nobody's coming for you. Like you just out there. I feel like in the sea you might come across some people. It's the chances are higher. But I feel you when it comes to like the aquatic animals. The motherfuckers do not play. The ocean itself does not play. So I mean, if I got to be lost at one of them, I'd rather have a potential to be found. And then also in space, ain't no telling if they got space animals out there. Bitch, we don't know. What if they worse than the sea animals? You ever thought about that?
I did not.
See?
But I knew that it would be an animal that I have never seen. And
who cares? You're gonna die now.
But it would have been an experience that I would have never known to fear. If I am just living in fear of the sea, then it is what it is. I don't fear the unknown.
That's fair.
I fear what I know.
As you
those
should.
Who fear the unknown is those who fear the unknown.
Scary ass.
Scary
bitch,
ass.
get your courage up.
Right. That's exactly how it goes. It wouldn't have been me. I tell you that.
I feel you.
Um. So yeah. So you're gonna pick what? You're gonna pick.
I'm picking a C.
You're picking the C. All
Yeah, I'm
right.
picking a
Cool.
C.
Uh,
All right, what you got?
all right. Would you rather live in a world without technology or without music?
Fuck. Would I rather live without technology or without music? That's really hard for me. That's really, really hard
Yeah.
for me because like I rely on technology so much. Fuck, if without technology, this podcast would not exist. I would not
I knew
stream.
you were gonna go for it.
I would not have any games to play. I wouldn't be able to call anybody. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but
You
also
should.
music is such a huge part of my life. Now, let me ask you this. If I go with technology, can I make my own melodies and rhythms? I did not say music because I'm trying
No.
to loophole the fuck out of this.
No.
So can't do none of that.
Oh.
Can't do none of that.
No. No. You can't do under the sea scatting. No, you can't do that. Because that's what that sounded like.
Um,
Nope. None of that.
I was thinking more so like Bill
You can't tap.
Cosby,
You
but
can't. No. Right.
yeah.
No, you can't do none of that. You can't tap your. You can't tap your foot to the sound of the washing machine. You can't do none of that. You literally music does not exist. So there's nothing of rhythmic satisfaction. There's nothing of melodic satisfaction.
Mm.
Music is gone. Or you can have music, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
clearly it has to be live
Yeah, obviously.
because
Ain't no
because the
technology.
idea is that it's electric technology.
But here's the
Is what we're talking about.
It's gonna be
So now,
acoustic everywhere.
with, right, but you gotta think about it, right? It
Yeah.
does have to be acoustic, which means no keyboards.
Yeah. I'm going with
So then
technology. I need technology. I'm going with technology. Like
need technology.
I need it. I need it.
So you need technology. You're cool without music.
More than I need music. Yes. I need technology
Gotcha.
more than I need music because music without technology, it's not gonna suck, but it ain't gonna be what it is.
I'll go without technology.
I figured as much.
The world I live in would be weird only because of the thought process that do I know technology used to exist, or did I start in a world where technology never existed? Those are the two things that I always think about.
Okay.
But generally, I have to have music. The technology part, I think of when old kings and queens used to have jesters.
Yeah. Toss
They
a
always found
coin
some
to the
source.
Witcher.
I gotta focus. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. So when they used to get bored, people were always bored for many years. They thought of anything to keep themselves
Yeah.
entertained. So sports were a thing,
Mm-hmm.
gestures were a thing. They
Mm-hmm.
told stories. They did all the type of stuff. So technology, while made your life better,
Yes.
I probably figure a way around it because things like air conditioning was a great thing, but like
Yeah.
I assumed that we would have built some type of contraption that would have made a fan that was in front of a block of ice that I would have just figured out sooner or later. I
Yeah.
think we as a society would have created technology somehow. But I think the fear is whether or not I would be able to stay warm or cold. That's pretty much all of my.
We'll just go kill a bear. I need
I want
y'all
to point out
to
that she just said kill a bear.
I need y'all to understand that 80% of the shit I say is for shits and giggles. It's just for jokes.
Wow, it's just for jokes.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I don't
When
want
you
people
when
to take me
you
seriously all the time.
that's great because
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Uh,
I feel like
yeah,
you'll know when to take me seriously.
I haven't figured it out yet.
That's crazy.
All right, what's your?
That's fucking wild.
Yep. Say fuck it. All right,
All
what's
right.
your second one?
For the sake of time, I'm gonna do one more on mine.
Okay.
Would you rather be half your height or double your weight?
Half my height.
Same.
Half my motherfucker. Because I'll tell you right now, if I'm doubling my weight, I'm probably gonna see about 6 minutes of
What?
life.
Damn.
I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna make it, bro.
Hold on,
And
let me rethink that actually, because I'm 5'6". I don't know if I want to be that short. And I could always lose the weight.
so 5 would make you a 2 foot 8, 2 foot 9.
Yeah, I don't want to live that life.
You'd be adorable.
That's
Look.
great. I'd rather be double my weight and just lose the weight. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna just choose double my weight, and I'll just lose the
Look,
weight.
you'd be the size of this box, right? You'd be
Wow.
the size of like an American Girl doll box.
Wow. I don't want to be that. I don't want to live that life.
Think
No,
about it though.
I
How
am.
often would you walk?
How often would I walk?
Never. Never. You'd be on people's backpacks. You'd live the life of
Bro,
transient
I don't.
chill.
No.
Your streams would be lit.
Why would they be lit?
Right?
Because I'm sure. What do you say? Tread very carefully. Why would my streams be lit?
Because when raids come in, you could kick your feet.
Yo. On behalf of the Get Fresh Crew podcast, I apologize.
As one half of the Get Fresh Crew podcast, I take nothing back.
I regret nothing.
The amount of backflips she would do under her bed would be lit.
That's no, absolutely. What's your next question?
We said 2'9". You'd be fine. Look.
No, anyway. I would not be fine. I would be getting a check, but
there you go.
I'm not. No, I'd rather I'm gonna keep my height. I'm gonna double my weight, and I'm just gonna lose the weight because that's fucking crazy. No, I'm cool on that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I could do it. I'd be fine. Take half my height. I'd be fine.
All right.
I would be famous. I would find a way to be famous.
Okay.
I figure it out.
Period.
Okay, so then for the sake of time, we're going to be... Would you rather have the power to become invisible or the power to clone yourself?
Ooh. That would be invisible or clone myself. I think... Damn, that's a good one, because if I clone myself, is it like a robotic me? Can I tell it what to do and do shit for me?
That's 100% my question. That's my question.
No, that's your question too?
I would say if you have the power to clone yourself, then they're your minions.
Yeah, if they are, then I would probably clone myself.
But mine would be my minions. Yours would have your personality, and they wouldn't agree with each other. So they would just fight each other.
Actually, you got me fucked up because that's not true. No,
you got the same one that says you don't like being told what to do, and then now somebody else who looks just like you is trying to tell you what to do.
No, if I have a clone,
I'm the real me,
and the clone is a minion, that means it's not going to have my personality. It's just going to be a shell of me that I can program. That's how I took that.
That's right, but that's because I said that for me. My people.
Well, I can't have that shit.
Because my people would understand the mission. Your people would be like, "Yo, who the fuck you think you're trying to talk to like that?"
So you really think I'm just out here
on the same page,
being problematic? So yes. you calling me an angry black woman? Yes. Got it. Cool.
God damn.
You walked into that.
God damn.
Cool.
That's all I gotta say.
So no.
There's no way she just took that into an angry black woman for $600.
I mean, I'm gonna say for 800, Alex. May you rest in peace. Anyway. I would also clone myself, and then my clone would do the things that I don't have time to do that I would want to do. I would program my clone to work for me. And that's what I'm gonna do, because being invisible is cool, but I still gotta do the shit. So I'm gonna get a clone.
Or you could be invisible and rob people.
Or my clone could do it. Well, actually, no. I take that back. My clone would not rob anybody because that's bad. That's not going to work.
Because we got you on camera.
Right. It was you. It's a deep fake. It wasn't me. I wasn't even there. I was at work. Alibi, bitch.
Think about the amount of times you got to go, but like, oh, shit. One of my clones went rogue. And now you got to be like, fuck, bro. What? Okay, what are you up to? Well, I'm working at my other job, and I'm creating this so that you guys can have this salary, so that you guys can go on vacation next month. And you're like,
right,
sweet. What are you working on? Global world domination. And you're like, excuse me, buddy. I asked you to work at Target.
Target.
I thought you said the world was the target, and you're like, oh, that's not what I asked you to do. You
So
got
close,
bad
so
hearing.
close.
You were so close. All right, just kill you and make
I was gonna
another
say,
one.
we're gonna have to take you off of the line.
All right, let's go ahead and
We
discontinue
need to
you,
update your
buddy.
software. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm definitely doing a clone. Okay.
I think I do clone too. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that
It-
that you can do a lot more things with a clone versus just being invisible. Yeah, I'm definitely going with the clone.
yeah, yeah, I'm going clone too.
All right. Oh
Oh
shit.
Lord. All right.
All right, y'all. We're doing good on time. So, gonna wrap it up. I want to say we have hit 100 listens, 100 plays. So I want to thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for giving this podcast a chance. Thank you for listening. Whether you listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to us or watch, thank you. Thank you for being a part of those 100 plays. Thank you for interacting with us, sharing. Thank you for everything. And it's only for the up and up. I just really appreciate y'all listening to us and our shenanigans and our bullshit and our tangents. I appreciate y'all. And I just Thanks for listening.
Absolutely.
Appreciate y'all.
It means so much to us that we can put together this type of creative content, and
Yeah.
for people to be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna check it out," and actually fuck with it.
Yeah, I like that
Uh,
part. It's exciting.
yeah, that's the thing, because it's one thing that we can sit down and create stuff, but it's
Yeah.
another thing for people to be like, "I like what you created."
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
really cool.
So if you're one of the listeners, one of the if it's your first time hearing an episode, or even if it's like this is your sixth
Okay.
episode, right?
Period.
Definitely make sure that you leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're listening. We actually have our first review,
Hey, hey,
which is
hey.
lit. Uh, and it came and it came from one of our listeners. He's like, yeah, this has my whole government name in it. But this is Big Tex, by the way. Shout
Shout
out to
out.
Big Tex,
Yes.
right?
Shout out to Big Tex.
Legit, right? OnlyFans, let's let it go. He goes, yo, I fucking love this podcast. Hella fire. Y'all are a whole ass vibe. Keep it up. Can't wait for more episodes. Well, here's another one. And we gonna keep going. I told her I got 6 more left in me, and you will figure it out. We're looking for a new co-host. I'm just kidding.
Yo, you get on
No,
my
we're fucking.
absolute nerves.
He's like, yeah, we're doing auditions.
We're doing
next week.
auditions next podcast. So if you
No,
you think you can do it,
nah. Right. If you can if you think it takes, got what it takes to figure out how to have a conversation for 2 hours without making a fucking mistake, good luck. But no, next episode we're doing Where Are They Now? So we can
I'm so
actually figure
excited.
out, it's gonna be a deep dive on all those people that you'd be like, yo, whatever happened to
Yeah,
them?
whatever
Like,
happened to so and so?
that's pretty much what we're doing. And I want you to know that if we run across a celebrity, or even if you got ideas for celebrities that you want to hear a deep
Oh
dive
yeah,
on,
absolutely. Let us know.
let us know. Hit us up, put it in on Instagrams.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, just throw it up there. Even on the Spotify, when you got like your Q&As and stuff like that,
Yeah.
be like, hey, I want to hear this person.
Yeah.
Like, just check those things out. All right, just let us know, because that would be really dope.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah, I think that we can get to a certain point where we're just gonna be like, all right, y'all run this podcast, and we
What do
just
you
talk about
want?
what y'all told your story.
Yeah.
Right. What more do you want from me? So
I just want my baby.
Till my baby's born. Till my baby's born. Yeah, that wraps it up as another episode of the Get Fresh Crew podcast. Remember, if the intro changes, it's Crew's fault.
Damn, that crazy how you just threw me under the bus.
It is what it is. But remember,
stay fresh, cheese bags.
Bye.
So, bye.